Here's a thought from a discussion. Well, welcome back to FGS Legacy. Here's a thought from a discussion on this idea of marriage and divorce. In a discussion where the question or the common comment was made that, well, I don't love them anymore, so maybe we should just get a divorce and it would be better. There's no sense in us staying together for the children. We should just get a divorce. Well, that's being selfish and narcissistic in a way. Selfish, because first of all, let's see what this love is. Love is a commitment when you're married by, especially before God, and all of us when we're married, since God set up this institution of marriage, this thing that we call marriage, God set it up, set the rules, and outlined the guidelines for it. Marriage is a commitment and a covenant. It is a commitment. It's not based on feelings. It's made based on the choice that we made and the commitment that we made with God. That's for those of us who have gotten married. So to say that we're getting a divorce because we don't love each other is, or we should get a divorce, we should not stay together because of the children, is being selfish in this way. Selfish is because you have deprived the children of having a stable home because you're choosing to do something different just because you feel like it. You don't feel like loving, but you feel like going somewhere else to get another feeling, maybe of love from somewhere else. But in the meantime, you've hurt your children, which is being selfish. It's being narcissistic because now you're just thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about anyone else. You're not even thinking about God. It's just a thought. For someone who's making that decision, it's just a thought. God bless you. Think about it. Make a decision. You made a decision to marry the person. Now you need to make the decision whether or not you need to do acts of love towards that person. When you start doing acts of love towards that person again, those feelings of love will grow. Because remember, feelings come and go. Some days we're happy, some days we're not. Some days, some moments we're angry, some days we're happy. Some days we're sad. Some days we're full of joy. These are all feelings. But most of us stay committed to life. We don't give up because we're not happy one day or something happened on the job. We don't quit living. So why do you want to quit your family? Why do you want to quit the covenant and the contract you made with God? Because you don't feel like it? Remember, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him would not perish, but would have everlasting life. God did not come, Jesus did not come into the world to condemn the world, but through his Son, through Jesus Christ, the world will be saved. I'm thinking on this. God's love, is not based on his feelings, because there are times when God talks about his wrath coming upon those who are disobedient. So there are times when God does not feel like loving us, but he does. He still stays in it. As a matter of fact, it also tells us that the Bible tells us that God does not want anyone to perish. And that answers the question as to why is God letting these things happen and why is he letting this person do this or that or the other? That's because he's given us or that person or that thing a chance to turn around, because he does not want anybody to perish. He doesn't want to kill us all. He doesn't like the fact that he has to kill some people. But because of his love, has stuck with humanity and has allowed us to stay here. So again, there's more to think about. If you were married before God and you have the love of God in you, and you really have faith in the death, burial, resurrection of Jesus Christ, and you really love God, you will love your neighbor as you love yourself. You will love as God loves you. And on the days you don't feel like it, you will continue to love. And maybe you'll step back sometimes, but you won't leave. Think about that. Think about it a lot. So if you're in that position, you're thinking about it. Think about this and these things. Your, your marriage is a commitment to God. It's a commitment to the other person. This is just all things being equal. We're not throwing any what ifs in there. What if it's doing this or what if it's doing that? This is just the basics. For all those other what ifs, if you have to get police involved, do that. You have to get drug counselors involved, do that. You have to go to therapy or for some reason, do that. But this is just the basics. You start here with the love of God. God bless you. Have a good day.